Hey y'all, what's up? It's Ed, and of course, I'm at one of my favorite places. Um, I have some downloads and energy frequencies that I want to share, but real quick before I do get into that, before I was just coming over here to get myself situated and stuff, cause I'm still in self timber and just making sure each and every day as much as I can get to a place where I can just find my peace and serenity. So I love being at the lake or the beach and just sitting next to the water and just basking it in, watching the sunset. Like that's very very peaceful for me. Cause I don't know. I'm kind of going through like a growth for a change, and a lot of things that I used to do that I thought was fun, it's just not that appealing to me. And I'm pretty sure people can relate, different seasons and different times when you're going through growth in your life. But here nor there. So as I was just coming here, getting myself situated, I'm in a parking lot and two guys they was parking next to me. And he just randomly asked me a question as I got out the car. He was like, "Hey, so like, can I ask you a question?" I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead." He like, "Would you do have a child first, or would you do marriage first?" And immediately, I pause and I breathe, allow, conscious spirit to come in. And I'm just like, I'm a very transparent person and I'm definitely on my journey. And I just shared with them, I said, yeah, with me being transparent and you asking this question, I've lost a child, children before. And I've never been married before. And, I expressed to them, I said, both of them can be a beautiful experience, even though I've never been married before. Maybe that might be in my near future or whatever. Only the universe knows that on top of my choice and my will. But I did express that to them. And I also, said like, society sometimes want us to pick and choose, and even our families, due to their experiences that they've experienced, but maybe that didn't work for them. So basically, I was like, society may want y'all to pick and choose which dynamic you would like to go into first, but truthfully and honestly, you only get one life. Live it and enjoy it, but also know that those choices you are responsible for. And then he shared, he was like, yeah, cause if you had a baby first, you tied and connected to them, whereas if you marry that person first and you get to see what they like, the real them, before having a child with them, then you get to see that. And I said, exactly, karmic ties. Like, man, this is why I wanted to share this, because when he said that, I knew that I was able to step in that place of enlightenment to have a conversation with both of these young men. So the other young man that was just sitting back on the car, he was listening, receiving everything. He like, yeah, that's, that stuff happening in the spirit. I said, exactly. Like, in different cultures and dynamics, these things are really taught. You just get with a person and y'all together. Y'all don't even know people. That's just like way back in the day when they had like shotgun weddings and stuff. To our grandparents, that shit may have been cool, but now to us, that's bondage and captivity. Like, I'm pro-choice over here, and I'm pro-life. As a woman, as a female, I have that gift. I can give life and I can take it, just like any other person. But when you're not aware of the consequences, good and bad, that come behind these things, you have certain experiences. And that's why I'm like, wow, that's so random that I was able to have this conversation with these young men as I'm coming over here to, just reflect and, just release for today. But that was very significant, please, y'all, whether if y'all thinking about children or being married, please do your best to get to know these individuals, as well as be your genuine, authentic self. People grow, people go through phases just like the moon, so people are bound to change. But you also got to pay attention to making sure, and this is going into my next message, and I don't want to, go so much off into it, but really make sure these relationships are for you. Really make sure these dynamics are for you, because just because you having baby fever, you might need to go volunteer and babysit one of your family members or something to really get this initial experience, to really see what it takes, what it brings for us. Because I'm telling you, when you connect with people in the spirit, and everything starts in the spirit first. Once it gets to the reality, to the 3D, that's when you have to deal with it. And a lot of us are dealing with karmic situations. Please don't shoot the messenger. A lot of us are karmic children, good or bad, for born into certain families. I know I am, and both of my parents was married. That don't got nothing to do with being a bastard or nothing. This is spiritual. Even when you connect bonds and what they say, yoke with another, no one has to be exactly like you, but then there has to be some type of alignment there. So I just encourage that. I was glad that I just ran into them young men, and he had the, courage to ask me that question, and I was very open and transparent with them about it being a spiritual thing. But we are here to make the most of this human experience. So don't be afraid to, even if you get caught up in them situations, like I have personally myself, learn from them. Educate yourself, teach yourself, know what works for you, not for everybody else. And once you do receive that, you'll be able to support and help somebody else. So I just wanted to share that real quick. And if y'all would like to have more conversations with me about these certain topics and things like that, y'all can go over to my YouTube and follow me. I Respect the Chocolate. I might have the underscores in there, but that's Respect THAA Chocolate. Yeah, and that's a righteous transformation journey right there, y'all. For real. Like, just because society kind of tells us how to go about these things, or even our parents and traditional structures and status, it may not work for you right now, and that's okay. You are here to live your life to the fullest and abundantly. But just know the choices that you make today, they affect your future. All right. Peace, y'all. Oh, and my battery about to die.